All right, this is a video that is going to review the NWEA test and how important it is to do your best.
Hi, welcome to my classroom. I'm Miss Gracie, and this is Eli. Today we're going to do some special work on the computer that helps me know what to teach you next. Are you ready, Eli?
Yeah, I'm ready. How does it work?
You'll hear some questions and get to pick your answer. Pick the choice you think is right. Here's what a question looks like. Can you hear the teacher talking?
He's too quiet.
Click this speaker button to open the slider. Make the volume louder or softer by moving the dot.
With the letter G.
That's better.
You can click anything that has a speaker to listen to it again.
Okay. I think the goat and gift are right.
Good job, Eli. Are you done with that question?
Yup, I think it's right. Let's try another one.
Sure. Click the next button.
You can move.
This one is tricky. I never saw that kind of math before.
That's okay, Eli. We haven't learned this yet in school.
Should I just pick anything?
Look at your choices and pick the one you think it might be.
Maybe it's 16. No, that's too low of a number. And 25 is too high. I think 20 is my best choice.
Good work, Eli. It's okay when a question seems hard. Think about when you jump rope. That was hard when you first tried, right?
It was. But now I can do 17 jumps in a row.
That's great. This test is like jumping rope. When a question gets harder, it's like doing another jump in a row. So keep trying to answer every question and see how far you can go.
Okay, Miss Gracie, I'll try hard when jumping rope and when taking this test. Should I click next again?
That's right, Eli. Click next to keep going.
I think I've got it now. Are you ready for your turn?
Great idea, Eli. Let's practice answering some questions.
All right, so we all took it on Tuesday, except for Mason. Mason hasn't taken the reading one yet. He will do it tomorrow, but you guys have all taken it. Now today we're doing the math one, and so I'm going to show you a video that kind of reviews the math test, because the math test is a little different than the reading test because you have some more tools that can help you on math problems.
At the shapes. Choose the cube.
All right, now we are going to get some questions that I haven't taught you yet. I haven't even taught you about shapes yet, or 3D shapes.
We know this.
So
I know
I'm talking, you're listening. So if you don't know this, it's okay. Maybe you have already learned this and you remember it, so just do your best. So what did it say? Listen to it again. And if I don't know, I can click on the question.
Cube.
Click on the cube. So do they want more than one cube?
No.
No, they just want one. So you gotta listen to, if it's plural, sometimes they're gonna say click on like 2 cubes. Or click on the cubes. If they say cubes, that's plural, that means more than one. So which one is the cube, guys? Everybody? First. So then you just click on
And
it,
then press next.
and then you press the next button.
At the pencils. Move the short pencils to the short pencils box. Move the long pencils to the long pencils box.
Now, this is kind of, you think it's easy, but on the reading test, some of you are having trouble because when you think to move on your iPad, you think to move your finger. But on your iPads, are you able to do that? No, you just have to tap. So, on your iPad, you will have to tap it, and then you would have to tap, this is like the short one. See how I did that? Yeah. So I just tapped, because on your iPads, you can't move it. Well, you can move it, but you can't drag your finger.
Yeah, you can't go
So you just tap, 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 tap. Okay, so you might get some questions like this. If it says to move, you need to tap. Don't drag like you normally do drag on your iPads. Libby.
Is there the same math lessons as reading?
The same amount of questions? Yes, but I haven't got to that yet.
At the picture. Putting an X on a cookie means it is taken away.
So if you
Move the X to the cookies to show 5, take away 2.
All right, so if I am doing this problem on the NWEA math test, they said the X is to take away, it's like subtracting. So if I have 5 and they take 2 away, how many X's do I need to put on, everybody?
2.
So if you get a problem like that, you just click on the X and see how it adds it to the cookies. So sometimes they might ask you to subtract like that, and that's how you subtract. Okay? So you might see a problem like that.
Listen to the word problem. Abigail has 4 balloons. Her friend gave her 2 more balloons. Move the balloons to show how many Abigail has altogether.
Hey, Abigail has 4 balloons. So am I going to move or tap? Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I done with this problem?
No.
No. Because that was the first step. Remember we talked about a couple of step, multiple step problems where we have 2 steps? The second step is her friend gives her 2 more. So how many more balloons do I need to tap, Keaton? 2. Now is that right?
Yes.
So you might get a problem like that where you're going to have to listen to the word problem and then make sure you complete it correctly in the box. Addie.
Does it have like a timer?
No, this is the same as on the reading test. No timer on this one. Okay? All right.
At the shapes, choose all the rectangles.
What do you see? Oh. So do I just want one rectangle?
No, there's 2.
So there's 2. There's this one
And that
and this one. Okay? So make sure you're looking at the words and listening to them.
Are we gonna do every single question?
Okay. Now, this was just a practice test. Sometimes you might see a ruler because you might have to measure something, and we haven't done measuring in second grade at all, or time or money. So if there's a question where you have to use the ruler, you can tap it and drag the ruler to help you measure things. There might be time and money. I know we haven't talked about that. That's coming up very soon. Just do your best on it. See what you remember from first grade. Lastly, there is something very special that you get to use on this test that you couldn't use on your reading test. You ready for the special thing?
Paper.
Ooh, piece of white paper. So if you get a problem and they want you to add, let's say they have a problem where they want you to add 37 plus 18. You write it on your paper, you add it, and then you find your answer. Okay? So you can use a piece of paper and a pencil to do math problems. Because sometimes you have to do the work out on paper. Sometimes your brain just can't do that. So use your paper. Okay? Now, I'm going to give everybody a sheet, just like I did for the reading. Your name is at the top. Your score, I'll put this number up here. This is what most second graders across the United States got for their math winter score. 184.
Oh, it's close.
So you want to try to get to that number. So I put that under your name because that's what you want to really get to. However, in order to make it to our NWEA party for growth, you have to improve on your goals. So you have to go one above your fall goal. So can I use Ellie as an example? She's just my top one. Ellie got 177 in the fall. So she must get 178 or higher or above it. And that's why I put the arrow going up. So she gets that. We'll write it on the slip. She'll fold it and she'll put it in this bucket. Remember, you have to grow in both reading and math. If you don't grow, what are you going to have to do? Addie?
Oh, I remember. If you want to retake this test, but you might not.
Yep, you're going to have to retake it if you want to make it to our party.
And another
Okay?
thing, so, like, you know how, like, a couple of us read it, yes, like, on Tuesday for that? Does that still count?
Yeah. You have to do, you want to get reading and math both in here. Okay?
What if they don't get math?
Then you have to retake it. You're gonna have to retake it tomorrow. And there's a couple of kids, only 2, that have to retake it from reading, so that's really good. Okay? Now, you'll notice Mason, Kaden, and Rain, you guys didn't take it in the fall. So you don't have a score. So I'm just gonna see what you get for try your best and try to get 184. Okay? Now, 3 things. Do your best. Some questions are gonna be harder than others, so just do your best. Take your time, it is not timed. There are 44 questions, I believe. As long as they haven't changed it. Like the reading one. Okay? If you cannot hear something on your iPad, you raise your hand and I'll come to you, Mrs. Stewart come to you. Okay? And lastly, there's one more thing I was gonna say. When you get done, raise your hand and I'll come to you, or Miss Stewart will write down your score, and then at your desk, we're not going around the room. You either can AR read or do Freckle. And I'm not adding any new assignments for Freckle, but a lot of you need to catch up. So either AR read at your desk and test, or Freckle. That's your only 2 options. Okay, last question, Corla.
Did you take the test 3 times, like a 3 times?
You could. I mean, it's possible. I could give it to you as many as I wanted. Addie, I didn't see your hand. Last question.
Is the sloth gonna be there?
Yes, if you're going too fast and you see that sloth that has the slow down sign, that means you can't do the test anymore until I come talk to you. And I'm going to be asking you questions like, why did the sloth pop up? Are you going too fast? Are you guessing? Because the iPad will notice that you're going too fast and you might be guessing. So if you are, then that sloth comes up, I will come talk to you and we'll figure out why are you going too fast. So yes, he might show up if you're going too fast and not doing your best. He knows. All right, Kinsley, last thing.
What will come up? Will the dog come up when you're done?
Yes, the dog will come up at the very, very end. Okay, I would like, I'm going to have Mrs. Stewart, will you give everybody a white piece of paper? Get out a pencil and get your iPad, 2nd graders, and go to the NWEA app. That's black with yellow letters.
No peeking. What's our username?
Now, your testing session name is Math 2, and then I had to put an A because I've already used Math 2. So Math 2A, and here is your password. What?
What's our username?
I can't. Then put Math 2A. What? Math. Right here. Math.
Do we press?
2A. Password is 8B 58. Then we put underneath Mason. That's your name, right? Mason? Bradley, we borrowed your headphones earlier today. When you find your name, go ahead and press the next one. Get all the way to.
Say yes, not no. Miss Murphy, you can use mine.
Get all the way to the spot where you can I borrow your name. Get all the way to where it says, please wait for the proctor, which is your teacher, to confirm your information. Make sure you have your name. Make sure you have your headphones plugged in. Okay, yes.
Try your best Take your time. It's not okay.
I am just actually waiting for one person. Charlotte, did you just get in? Charlotte, okay. Nope, that password goes down here. It's 225 or something. All right, now this is a very, very important question. Once Mrs. Murphy confirms it and you're able to start your test, there will be a little box that pops up that says yes or no. What do we have to click on? Yes. If you click on no, you are going to have to do your test tomorrow during Friday Fun Time because there is no way that I'm going to be able to get you back in. So you must click yes, okay? Mrs. Stewart and I will come around with your little sheets in just a minute. Do your very best. You guys are awesome at math, so I want to see how high your scores can go. Okay? All right. I'm gonna confirm it. It'll take a minute or two or a couple seconds to get to your iPads.